Hey guys, and welcome back to NoBlandMakeup, where we do makeup and body paint tutorials, usually with a cosplay twist, and I can't figure out what to do with my hair. So today is going to be a continuation of my World Cup flag series. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, basically I'm doing a flag makeup for every country that is going to be at the World Cup for 2018. So if you guys want to see that, it'll be linked in the cards, all the videos that I've already done. But let's get back to this. By the way, today's video is sponsored, but we'll get into that later. So I'm going to apply some blue eyeshadow on the lid. If I sound more weird than normal, it's because I had some Cuban coffee, like I'm still drinking it, and it makes me really hyper. But I'm going to go ahead and apply that on the lid. I place it on the lid first, and then I'm going to blend it out, so that way I have a little bit more control over where it's going. So basically what I did was kind of blend it into the crease lightly so I can see where it's going, because blue eyeshadow, I don't know if this happens to anybody else, but it tends to get away from me really easily. So I just wanted to keep control, and like I said, there it goes. But yeah, just really blend it out, and if you need to add a little bit more color just to keep the blueness in there, you can go ahead and do that as well. So then for the actual cross part, I wanted to do something a little bit different than I did for, I think it was Denmark. There was another flag I did with a cross on it. So what I thought I was gonna do was do dotted eyeliner all the way across, but then I decided I don't want to do that. So I went in and I started applying just regular winged eyeliner. By the way, if you have trouble doing winged eyeliner, this is also a good idea. I'm gonna have, when I finish the series, a video on, like, a full video on tips and tricks on how to do eyeliner. So if you guys want to see that, just subscribe to my channel, because I promise I'll have it out after I finish this. But the brush I was using was one I actually got in Michael's. It's technically a paintbrush, but I wanted something smaller to do dots with. It's not the greatest for applying eyeliner, as you can see. It's a little bit too thin. So it's great for getting a sharp line, but I didn't want to spend 3 years applying my eyeliner. Like, I really didn't. So I went back to this, I believe it's Billiam Tools. I can't remember right now. And then just did my wing like I normally would. I did basically make this eyeliner. I used some neon yellow and a mixing medium to make it. My boyfriend pointed out that it looks more green than yellow. So what you can do is put down a white base underneath it, or even remove the blue where you're going to do your liner, and then just put that on top, so that way you don't have that blue under it, giving you that kind of green color. So this is the part where I'm reminded that I need to think things through a little bit better. So I started doing the dots for the cross because I thought that would look really interesting. And then I realized about here that I should probably put some blue eyeshadow underneath it, so that way it looks a little bit better. And my style is usually to connect it on the, like, winged out part. So I did that and then realized, crap, I went over my dots. So I went in and applied some more dots. So that looks a little funky. That's the story of that. It's pretty self-explanatory. And although this is technically cheating on my self-imposed challenge, I applied some white base onto the inside of the eye, and I set it with some white eyeshadow. Now, if you're wondering what I'm talking about, my self-imposed challenge is that I want to only use the colors of the flags and keep them in somewhat the same order, so that way you can still tell what country it is. Yeah, that didn't happen with this one. And then once I had my base put on and set and everything, I added even more dots. I don't know, I'm kind of digging the dot thing. I don't know, maybe I'll do like a whole pointillism flag. I did do a dragon years ago. I'll have that linked in the cards for anybody who's interested. But then I went ahead and applied some eyelashes. If you guys want a full video on how to do that, I will have it linked up in the cards above. Biggest tip, measure twice, cut once, because if you cut them too short, that's it. Once my lashes were on, I went ahead and applied some mascara. If you want to know why I do my mascara after my lashes, go check out that video that I told you about. But this is going to be the final eye look. I like it a lot. It's way brighter than some of the other ones that have blue in them, but I'm not mad at that. And then since the eyes are pretty like in your face, I decided to go with more of a nude colored lip pencil. This one's from NARS. It mostly gives you shine, a little bit of color, but nothing too crazy. And that's about it. So as I mentioned earlier, today's video is sponsored by me. I have a merch store on Teespring where I have t-shirts and hoodies and stickers and other stuff. So if you guys want to support the channel and get some cool merch out of it, I'll have the link in the description down below. But this is the final look with my hair somewhat not really cooperating with me. Anybody else have that one piece of hair, like for curly haired people, anybody else have that one piece of hair that refuses to curl? Just refuses? Let me know. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I definitely had a lot of fun doing it. And if you did, don't forget to give me a big thumbs up, subscribe to see what comes out of my channel next, and let me know in the comments how far you think that Sweden's gonna go in the World Cup. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!